Howdy everybody, welcome back to the barn. First, let me apologize. I had scheduled to do a live this evening at 8 p.m. Today being May the 5th, Monday evening. I was going to do that at 8 p.m. I had everything set up, ready to go. I come out here ahead of time to make sure that I had all my stuff on my end ready. So where all I had to do is click the button and it should do its thing. And, well, it didn't do its thing. I just got a little spinny wheel. It said going live on the screen, and I got a little circular wheel of death. And it never did anything. I tried starting a couple new live streams. No luck. So I finally said the heck with it. I put a post out letting people know that I apologize that I couldn't get it to work. So hopefully in the next week or so I can figure out what I was doing wrong and do a live, because I did one about a week ago and I had a lot of fun doing it. I only had a couple guys on there with me, but it was still that personal interaction was good. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. So what I was going to do the live about was talk to you a little bit about the Chicago Pipe Show. I was there Saturday for the day. I did not go up like earlier in the week or anything. I didn't even stay Saturday night. I got to the show about 8:30 Chicago time, and I think I left 9 or 10 o'clock Chicago time. I don't really remember. I know it was early Sunday morning when I got home. It was like 1:30 or 1:45 in the morning Sunday when I got to the house. But it was, yeah, well worth the drive. It's only like it's like 2.5 hours from my house to where the pipe show was in Rosemont at the Hyatt Regency. And good time. I had a lot of fun at Muletown, and that definitely is the thing that got me hooked. The Chicago show is a lot different. A lot more vendors. I'd venture to say a lot more people, but a lot more space as well. Wasn't near as tight as it was at Muletown. It was a really, really good time. Got to see a lot of people, got to meet several people. I did a very good job of sticking to my budget. I made sure this time when I went, I guess I stuck to my budget at Muletown too. But I set aside so much money, and I says I'm not spending any more than that this time. So I did well. The very first thing I got when I got to the show, and once it opened Saturday morning, was I went and seen Larry Blackett. I had a friend of mine bought me one of Larry's Buttons for Your Britches tampers at the Muletown show and gifted it to me. And I really liked the tamper that he gave me as a gift. And so when I seen Larry over in the corner, I went back to kind of dig through there. And I don't know, some of you may know, I do some blacksmithing. And I seen Larry had this one here that's a anvil on a stump. And I thought it was pretty cool. and you can get some really interesting tampers from Larry, and you're not going to break the bank doing it. He makes some really neat stuff, and it's affordable. So it's kind of, to me, I think it's a win-win. From there, I walked around, and the very first pipe I bought, I didn't actually, I bought it as a gift, and I've already given it to the recipient of said gift, and so I don't have it here. But it was a little Bones one. I got it for someone as their very first pipe, and they very much liked it, so that was good. The very first pipe I bought for myself was one that I've been wanting to buy, but every time I've gone online and looked at them, I've never been 100% sure it's really what I wanted. And so, being at Chicago, he was there live and in person. So I got, and he had a great assortment of stuff out on the table. So I was kind of looking through it. And I'm a sandblast guy, so I wanted something that was in a sandblast. So the very first pipe I bought, or first pipe I bought for myself, was a K. Woody Sexton. Nice sandblast on it. Absolutely phenomenal smoking pipe. This thing has been awesome. I smoked 2 bowls through it Saturday at the pipe show. I smoked it on my way into work this morning. Super comfortable. The draw on it is phenomenal. It's just a really, really well done pipe, and it wasn't expensive. I think I paid at the show, I want to say this was like $55. It was good, and I wanted something in that, to me, that red color just screams K. Woody, which is part of the reason I wanted that. This particular line, or whatever you want to call it. And I wanted something, like I said, sandblasted. But I enjoyed smoking this so much, I actually, after I finished my first bowl in it, the other pipe that he had that I was looking at was a relief grain, so it was more like a brown stain on it. I went back in, I was going to buy that one. I mean, for the money, I didn't think you'd go wrong after smoking this one. And went back in. Unfortunately, in the time I was outside in the tent smoking this pipe, the relief grain had been sold. He did kind of look through his boxes. He thought he might have another sandblast of the same shape. Unfortunately, he didn't. But he'll be at Columbus, and I'm going to go to Columbus now. So I'm going to go to Columbus and try to buy another K. Woody. And then the only other pipe I bought was a struggle to decide on. And it's one that I have seen popping up here. A lot of YouTubers have been, seems like have been getting them here lately. At least a lot of the folks I watch have been. And I watch his channel as well, and he's just makes some beautiful, beautiful pipes. And lo and behold, he was there live in Chicago in person. So it was even better because I got to meet him and chat with him for a little bit. And that was, you see me already. I've been smoking the pipe in front of you. But it was a Harriet Pipes, Chris Harriet. So he was at the Chicago show, and I got the opportunity to chat with him a little bit. And I really struggled. He had a few different pipes on his table that I was really kind of going back and forth on. And this one, shape and what's all on it, was definitely my favorite. It's just got a really nice sandblast on it. It's got this really nice horn accent on the stummel here, and then it's got like a green Cumberland stem. See, yeah, you can kind of see the green in there. Just absolutely stunning pipe in my opinion. But my holdup on it originally was it's got a plateau top. And I think plateau tops look fantastic. But I don't know what it is about them. I have one other plateau top, and it makes me crazy lighting it. There's something about me lighting that rough, holding my lighter over the top of the pipe when it's got that plateau on it, and it makes me crazy. So that was the thing that was really I was really struggling with, and I kept looking at a couple other of these pipes he had that were absolutely gorgeous as well. But this combo of the horn and the stem and everything, to me, this was the ultimate package, and I was holding up because of something that's just, I don't know, a screw loose in my head, I guess. But I finally went back. I kept pushing off, went back later in the day. I want to say it was probably 2 o'clock, maybe even closer to 3, when I finally went and bought this from Chris. And phenomenal. I love it. Absolutely thrilled to death with it. And so far so good. I just don't think about it when I'm lighting it, and it's and it's been good. So fantastic. Just the mouthpiece is really good. The button is really slender. It's lightweight. It's just overall package wise, it's fantastic. I love the way it looks. I love the way it smokes. And it was, I think it was a really good price. And in it, I am smoking a purchase that I made at the Chicago show. I don't know how well that's showing up on here or not. This is a collaboration between Ravenwood and the Country Squire. So it is Ravenwood's Swift Current blend mixed with the Country Squire's Cowboy Coffee. I'll be honest, I don't remember exactly all the components in both of them. When they first did this collab, I went on and tried to buy some of this from the Country Squire, and I was just too late to the party. It was all gone. Couldn't get no more. And I kind of wrote it off. And when I was walking around the show Saturday morning, he had a few tins and a few bags of this on his table. Ravenwood did. And so I bought that. It is fantastic. I don't know, I've probably had 3 or 4 bowls out of it. It's been more than that, because I smoked 3. I think I had 3 bowls of it at the pipe show. So out in the smoking tent. And then I shared some of it as well with some other folks that wanted to try it. But it was spectacular. The only other thing I purchased at the Chicago show was, I think my last video I was showing off my Peterson Irish harps, and I think if I went downstairs and I counted all the pipes that I have, I probably own more Petersons than I own anything else. And so Mark Irwin was there selling this lovely book. And it has the it's the history of the 1906 catalog. And I haven't really read any of it yet. I've been kind of thumbed through it a little bit yesterday after I got home. I can tell you this, there's a lot of interesting information in it, and there are some fantastic photos in it. So I'm looking forward to diving into that here in a real soon. But fantastic. I was really thrilled to get that. And of course, since I was there and getting it from Mark himself, he was kind enough to put a little inscription inside of the book for me, which I greatly appreciated. But I think I said this after the Muletown show too. If you've never been to a pipe show, something I never thought I would go to. There's lots of people there. I'm very comfortable sitting here talking to the camera, and I don't really, doesn't bother me what people on the other side of the camera think. I do this because it's fun for me. I do enjoy the feedback, don't get me wrong, but having having this camera between me and real people makes it much easier to do. Like me standing in front of a group of people trying to do this, I would seriously struggle. And so I never thought the pipe show thing would be something I would enjoy. I can tell you, it's totally different than anything I ever thought. Especially going to like Chicago, because it was a totally different experience than going to Muletown. Just more people, more stuff to look at. The smoking tent was, you know, you just wound up sitting down at a table, and the next thing you knew, all the seats around this table were full, and I might have known one other person at the table most of the time, or a couple of the people at the table. So it kind of forced you to meet new folks, which was fantastic. Give me the opportunity. You hear people say you go and you'll have the opportunity to try different tobaccos and stuff like that. And they're not kidding. I seen people pass around all kinds of aged tobaccos, and they were cracking tins, passing around here. Yeah, pack a bowl. And so that was really cool. I got to try some different stuff of varying ages. Like I've never, because I got into pipe smoking after McClelland was gone. So I smoked a McClelland blend for the very first time Saturday. I don't remember how old it was. It was, I can tell you it was Boston 1776. And if I remember right, it was a blend that they put together for like the Kansas City pipe show. I had Esoterica Dunbar for the very first time. I will say this, I understand why so many people like it. I'm not going to pay crazy prices for it, but I did smoke. It was Esoterica Dunbar from 2018, and it smelled fantastic. It tasted fantastic. I guess what I'm saying is I get the hype or why people want it. I definitely enjoyed it. You know, I'd be curious to taste a fresh one to an aged one, but just going off the vapor experiences that I have, I would say that was a pretty special bowl of tobacco, in my opinion. I thoroughly enjoyed it. What else? trying to think of what else I tried. Oh, then Saturday night, after the show was over and folks were headed, the smoking tent was filling up. Paul from Grunwald Pipes, he'd picked up a tin of, I think it was McBaron #1 Virginia. That's from like the late 70s, maybe early 80s. I think he said it was like 45 years old. So yeah, like 78, 79, 80, 81, somewhere in there. And of course he was passing that around. I had pretty much roached myself, and I was like burnout. I'm typically a 2 or 3 bowls of tobacco a day through the week. On the weekends, I might hit 3 or 4 bowls. I think I was like, when I left, I had smoked like 8 or 9 bowls of tobacco on Saturday. And so I was pretty much, I was ready. I was done smoking anyways. My tongue needed a break. But I did get a bowl of that, and I smoked it on the way home. So it was really nice smoking that old of a Virginia. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, and then another thing I tried, I met sitting at the table out in the smoking tent Saturday night. I ran into Jess from Jess Piping and Gary from Gary's Papa Bear on YouTube. And of course, we got to chatting about tobaccos as well. And of course, Jess is like, "Have you ever had Black Irish Twist?" I was like, "Nope." So Jess was kind enough to hook me up with some samples of some of the stuff he likes. And the Black Irish Twist is pretty tasty. I I really like that. I think that was the last bowl of tobacco I smoked at the show before I left. And then Gary, Papa Bear, hooked me up with some Burley Morning Pipe. So I'll be interested to try that out. But yeah, it was just a good time. And you know, if you owe it to yourself, if you're interested in all this stuff, you owe it to yourself to go to a pipe show and at least experience it once. I'll warn you, I think you'll be hooked. I know I am. Because when I went to Muletown, I wanted to go to Muletown because of all the stuff I've heard about it. I really didn't have any desire to like go to Chicago prior to going to Muletown. After going to Muletown, it's like I want to try and get to more shows each year. So I'm planning on going to Columbus now, and then I'll do the Indiana Pipe Show in September. So that'll be the last of them for me for this year. Maybe in the future we can hit some more, but I think this year, with the stuff I already have scheduled off of work for, I think that's going to be about all I get to do. But I am definitely looking forward to going to more shows. I just can't stress how much fun I actually have going to them. So anyway, I'm going to get back to smoking this beautiful Harriet's pipe. Oh, I am just so pleased with this. Well, anyways, This video's gone on way too long. Yeah, 24 minutes. Anyways, again, I apologize about not being able to get the whatchamacallit, the live going tonight. So I know I scheduled it. I apologize that didn't work out, but we'll try again another time. Maybe I can get it to figure out what I was doing wrong. So anyways, hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out here in the barn with me. Hope y'all have a great week, and see you again soon. Take care.